Tout le monde.
Bonjour, buongiorno. Welcome, everyone. We are delighted to have you here today for our special Teritoria Collection exclusive webinar. I am pleased to introduce you to the Teritoria Collection that has gorgeous properties all across Spain, Italy, and oh my gosh, and France. And
Yes.
these locations are so hyper focused on food. If you have foodies, these are the dream destinations for you. So I know every once in a while I'll get a request for Sicily. Well, this is the webinar for you. So we're very excited to introduce you to today's Island Escapes and Coastal Retreats starring the Territoria Collection. My name is Julian Thomas. I'm with the Muse Collection based in Washington, D.C. Please remember, if you do book one of the Territoria Collection or Muse Collection properties, to go onto our website and VIP your client. When you VIP your client, your guest will receive a handwritten note and an added amenity on top of what your consortia already provides for you as our little thank you for joining us in the Muse Collection. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Romain Minardi. Welcome, Romain, with Territoria Collection.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you for the introduction and well, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. This is the second monthly Territoria exclusive webinar for our Muse partners, and I'm truly delighted to have you with us today because what we are sharing today is not just simply a hotel collection or a destination story, but it's a way of traveling, let's say, a more personal, more emotional, meaningful way to experience Europe, France, and Italy per se. So Territoria is a curated collection of independent hotels and restaurants across France and Italy. And what makes this collection so special is that every property has its own voice, let's say, its own rhythm, its own deeply rooted sense of place, I'd say. These are not interchangeable hotels. These are homes, estates. You'll find mostly sometimes the owners living in on the place. And as you said, Julien, it's definitely the place for foodies as well. So today, rather than, taking you to a destination checklist, we'd like to invite you into a mood, into a geography of emotion, and one of the most timeless reasons to travel, the call of the sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Um, Going to switch up. There you go. So, at Territoria, we believe that, luxury is no longer about excess or sameness. It's about character, about texture, about feeling of the truth. What your clients are looking for today, and especially the well-traveled, clients that you have, are not just a simple, beautiful room or a prestigious address. They want to feel connected. They want to understand where they are, and they want a stay that reflects the identity of a region. And this is exactly what we offer at Territoria across France and Italy. The collection is designed for travelers who value authenticity without compromise and refinement without stiffness. So, as you can see on the image that I've shared, Territoria is a world on its own, but a world that is coherent. We take your clients to lakes, vineyard, to islands, cultural cities. We are basically everywhere in France and Italy, in all the major places. And as I said, with each time authentic properties. We've been existing since 1975. Some of you might know us under the name of Chateau Hotels Collection back in the day. Our brand president is Alain Ducasse, the most starred Michelin-starred chef in the world. And our philosophy, when we changed the name from Chateau Hotels to Territoria, is really captured in his, I would say, in this sentence, at Territoria, like the word terra for the land we care for, and the word terroir. So I don't know if it translates well in English, but this is about home stories, and basically history of the place. So Territoria is all about that. You might recognize us through the travel guides, the directory, the orange little directory that you will find in all of the Territoria properties across the 350 hotels and restaurants that we have across Europe. So we issue this guide for over 50 years, and your guests can, pick them up and travel with that. So it's really a travel guide that will help them find the best place and the best restaurants also in the place they will be traveling in Europe. So also we issue twice a year a magazine giving more in-depth stories about, our owners, our hotels, our hoteliers and restaurateurs, and things to do in our network, basically. There you go. So, as I said, a curated collection across Europe. So we stretch everywhere from France to Italy, as I say. Across the collection, we have more than 350 properties. What we have narrowed down with the Muse collection is basically the top tier property, 80 of them, the most luxurious one, so that you will know more easily which property to recommend to your guest. And as Julien said, please don't forget, sorry, to book with the Muse collection amenities on top of your consortia amenities. So this year we have a editorial approach, basically an editorial journey. Each month we will be taking you through some themes that will be mixing both France and Italy. So this is the second webinar, as I said. First webinar we did last month was about the Mediterranean art of living, discovering properties in Provence and also in the south of Italy, but more in the Apulia region. Today we are going to talk the island escapes and the coastal retreats. So this is a world of sea lights, private terraces, volcanic landscapes that we are going to discover here through the lovely hoteliers that we have on board and who will be introducing their properties. So when we talk about as I said, island escapes and coastal retreats, it's not simply taking you to the beaches, okay? We are talking about places where geographic changes and the emotional experience of travel as well is involved. Places where the horizon opens up, where the pace naturally slows down, and where the air feels lighter, the days longer, and the meals more, I would say, more sensory, and the evenings softer. So we'll go from Corsica to Sicily and to Calabria. So the sea is never a backdrop there. It is a part of the identity of each stay, and it shapes the architecture, the cuisine, and the rhythm of service. So I hope you will enjoy. We will start with Corsica. So let us begin with Corsica. French one, the French island. So Corsica is often called the island of beauty, and unlike many other overused travel description, here is the phrase that still feels deserved. It is an island of remarkable contrast: mountain villages, secluded coves, maki-scented hillsides, and elegant harbors, dramatic coastlines, and luminous, transparent waters. What makes Corsica especially compelling for luxury travelers is that it feels preserved. It is sophisticated but not overdeveloped. It is refined but not performative. It offers that increasingly, I would say, rare balance between authenticity and comfort, between beauty and breathing room. So for you, advisors, Corsica is ideal for the clients who want to be on the Mediterranean, but not the obvious Mediterranean. It is a destination for those who value identity, landscapes, and I would say emotional atmosphere. So this is the introduction about Corsica. I will hand over the presentation of the Demeure, Castel Brando and Spa to my colleague Julien. Julien, over to you.
Yeah. Bonjour, hello everybody. My name is Julien. I'm the owner of the Hotel Castel Brando. And thank you, Romain, for this introduction of Corsica. We are a family-run hotel since 30 years, and we are making part of Teritoria since a long time, since maybe the beginning.
The beginning.
And today I represent the hotel, which is situated in the Cap Coast, which is very wild area, and very authentic in Corsica. And we are human-sized hotel with 37 rooms and suites. We have two swimming pools and jacuzzi. We offer a spa experience and a local and authentic food experience also, with a two-star Goemilo French guide, gastronomic guide. And our main points is that we have to offer is the human interaction with our travel customers, because it's as I said before, a family-run hotel, and we enjoy to spend times speaking and talking with our customer and share their travel experience in Corsica with them. And it's since the beginning, we are we like to we like the human experience, and we continue as always to maintain this contact with our customers. Voilà. Maybe I will let the micro to Romain to
Thank you,
continue.
Julia. You're right
Thank
to
you,
say that
everybody.
this property is very historical for us. It's been with us since the beginning that we started this collection of hotels almost 50 years ago. Still family run, as you mentioned. So that's a history in itself, to be still owned by the same family, fully renovated quite recently. I kind of like the fact that your spa is actually made of 100% of Corsican products, so it's really, really local. You
That's it.
recommend as well, activities to do by the sea. I like the stand-up paddles. It's not for everybody, but I like the stand-up paddle activity. And once again, culinary experience is at the core of the experience of the travelers. Plus the benefits that you will provide to the Muse partners. I think these are kind of extensive benefits with the access to the spa, complimentary welcome drinks upon arrival, and as well this paddle board experience. Feel the Mediterranean in a sportive way. Kind of liked it. So thank you for introducing the Castel Brando. We love it here.
Romaine, we have a
Yes.
question in the chat from
Good.
Roxana. She would like to know if
Yes.
this property would pick up from the ferry port.
That's a good question. I will let Julien answer this one. If you have a shuttle or if you can pick up the
Yes,
travelers from the
yes,
airport.
we can, because we have a private service with vans, and so very easily we could organize just a demand with from airport or port also, because we have a international port serving Italy just in front, Livorno near Firenze. So maybe that's a thing to good to know, that we are just 4 hours connected to Italy by ferry, day ferry. So just for info.
Yeah, the
Great. And
ferries are.
Simone would like to know about the destination. When is the best time to visit Corsica with the fewest crowds?
Aha.
Uh, alors, I would say from now, April, with the spring beginning,
Mhm.
and until I think until middle or end of July, it's very, very, very nice. We are. I will remind that we are in the Cap Course, which is a quiet and wild and authentic part of Corsica. So maybe just avoid August will be good. September and October are decreasing, but from September it's very, very good, and very breathable with still we still have hot seawater, and
Mhm.
that's perfect time September to come as June and May.
Yeah, I've been to Corsica many times, and I must say that the best time in my experience, is June and September, where it's still hot, but not too hot, especially if you have clients like heat sensitive. So yeah, as Julien said, avoid probably August, where it's mostly crowded. But Cap Corse, once again, is a destination apart in Corsica. Is there other question at the moment?
Thank you. That's all for now.
Okay, great. So let's move on to the next property in Corsica that we have in a different part of Corsica, more inland with La Dimora. So I will let my colleague introduce the property, and I'll leave the floor to you.
Yes, thank you, Romain. So hi, everyone. My name is Pierrot, and I am one of a member of the team of La Dimora. I will be the first face you will see when you arrive at the hotel because I'm the receptionist. So I am proud and delighted to introduce you to Hotel La Dimora, which is a charming boutique hotel located in the heart of Corsica, just near the historic village of Oleta, 30 minutes from Bastia Airport, and a short drive from Saint Florent and the most beautiful beaches from the region. So as you can see on the photo, our hotel is a beautifully restored 18th century farmhouse that combines authentic Corsican heritage with refined luxury. Our property offers a peacefully and intimate atmosphere surrounded by olive trees, palm gardens, and stunning mountain view. One of our wish is to provide guests with a truly immersive and authentic 100% Corsican experience. As the Castel Brando, we are a family hotel. We have a total of 17 rooms and suites, all spacious and individually decorated, blending traditional architecture with modern comfort. In addition of the rooms and suites, we offer 2 private villas, each with its own heated swimming pool. And these villas are ideal for families, small groups, or guests seeking extra privacy while still enjoying full access to hotel services. One of the highlights of La Dimora is its outdoor heated swimming pool, set within lush gardens, providing a tranquil space to unwind. And we also have a wellness area, including massages, treatments, jacuzzi, and a Turkish bath. We pride ourselves on our highly efficient and personalized concierge service. Our team assists guests with experience such as private boat trips, wine tastings, restaurant reservations, hiking itineraries, and exclusive local discoveries, ensuring a seamless and memorable stay for all of the guests. I will continue with the gastronomy, which is the heart of La Dimora experience, with our restaurant Pera Bianca, member of Collège Culinaire de France, where we mainly work with regional products and local producers. And we also use vegetables and herbs from our own kitchen garden. So I will finish with one thing we are very proud to share, that our hotel has been awarded to Michelin Key for the 2nd year consecutive. So it's also something very special for us. Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you, Pierrot. Congrats for the Michelin key 2 years in a row. And what I really like also about La Dimora, and this is I would say the common trend within Teritoria, is the size of the property. So we are talking about 17 rooms here. We rarely exceed 20 to 30 rooms in total. So, at La Dimora and in Teritoria in general, you'll have space, you wouldn't feel, in a crowded area. And when you are in the heart of Corsica, Corsica, in the inside inland, you know, you really have a sense of space. And I wish I could try this spa and private pool, really. Thank you, Piero, for sharing about knowledge about La Dimora.
We
We
do
will
have
be
one question though for
sure.
Piero. Roxana would like to know if guests would benefit from having a rental car at your property.
Yeah, I think the best way to explore the area is to have their own car. So yes, a rental car is the best option, and you have a lot of rental car at the airport. And so
Great.
we can arrange a private taxi. It's also possible if they don't want to drive, for sure.
Perfect.
If you're combining a trip, you know, with let's say continental Europe and Corsica, I would kind of like personally the ferry that you can embark with the car in case you've rented a car, let's say in Italy or in France, and then you can carry on your journey in Corsica. Yeah. All right. Let's move on again to another part of Corsica, close to Ajaccio, with the Hotel Teritoria Les Mouettes. So will it be Jean-Baptiste or Julien introducing Les Mouettes? Probably Julien.
I'm Jean-Baptiste.
Ah, Jean-Baptiste.
Yes. I'm the brother, actually, I'm the brother of Julien, you met before. I'm the GM and owner of Hotel Les Mouettes. For the Pierre family, hospitality is really a family story. We are second generation hoteliers, as you might have guessed. Les Mouettes is the second property of our family group. It is based in Ajaccio. It has 27 keys, with almost now majority of suites, and 22 rooms and suites that have a full sea view over the Med. The story of the house is basically an 1880 built villa that became a hotel almost 1 century ago, and adopted the current name of Hotel Les Mouettes in 1954. We took over the property in 2006, 20 years ago, under my direction since then. And the particularity, the main traits of the house, of the property, I would say, would be a noble charm that we are proud to maintain, and of course, high touch and more contemporary service that we strive to pursue every day for our guests. Our guests used to say that they feel in a family guest house, and that's what we try to make them feel about. We are on the edge of jumping one step of classification into 5 stars, and 2007 as well will mark the opening of a full service spa, so next year. So on the same model than Hotel Castel Brando. Gastronomy wise, fine dining wise, we made a start over last year. We made a reset regarding the kitchen with new hires, and especially a young chef who is just turning 30 and who has been trained in many multi-starred restaurants, including Anne-Sophie Pic. And of course, even if we maintain, let's say, an ambition in gastronomy, we are very proud of expressing the best of Corsican terroir and Corsican traditions in our dishes. And to finish with the service, we are proud to have a very loyal staff. Some of them have been here with us since 20 years, and they're very proud to serve the clients and welcoming them as friends. So that's it.
Lovely. Thank you, Jean-Baptiste. Are there any questions regarding Hotel Les Mouettes? Oh, probably you don't know what Les Mouettes means in French. It means the seagull.
No.
All right. So if there's no question at the moment, we will move south. We will move to Sicily now. So if Corsica is a preserved and elemental, let's say, island, Sicily is, I would say, layered and dramatic. It's one of the richest destination in the Mediterranean in terms of culture, architecture, gastronomy, and atmosphere. You have to know that this is an island where all the Greek, the Arab, the Norman, the Spanish, and the Italian influences, all of these influences, they remain visible. You will find Baroque cities sitting beneath volcanic landscapes, such as on these photos, and where the cuisine feels as intense and as expressive as the scenery. Sicily, it offers an ideal combination of iconic sites, strong storytelling, exceptional food, and emotional landscapes. Let's move on to the first property. I would like to introduce myself. We have Fabrizio on the call who is listening to us. So if I say any mistake, please, Fabrizio, tell me. I would like to talk about the Hotel Rivage Taormina, which is one of the latest addition to our collection last year in Sicily. We are very proud to have this property on board. So we are close to obviously Taormina city. The arrival is at the Catania airport. It's about 1 hour drive there. The Hotel Rivage Taormina, it offers a very contemporary way to Sicily's most iconic coastal areas, because I'm sure you're all familiar with on this coast with the Taormina location. Location is strategic, it's as I said, 1 hour away from the airport, sorry, and you can really integrate this hotel into any itineraries that you will find or you will design for your guests. There you go. So you have a lovely outdoor pool, and you have a soft seaside atmosphere throughout the hotel. As you can see, there's a lush garden that is surrounding the pool, and they have a private beach also with the restaurant that is located over there. You can enjoy the private, of course, breakfast, homemade pastries, cookies. The beachfront restaurant is called Demeure. I hope I pronounce well. I guess this is probably a Sicilian name, and it's overlooking the Bay of Taormina. As you can see on the picture, it's absolutely stunning. It's actually one of the most attractive places to discover Sicily. You can also provide to your guests an intimate massage and treatment area in the spa, which is open from June to September. So it really has it all in a way. This Hotel Rivage Taormina. I'll just come back to the previous slide to give you an overview also of the benefits that your guests will benefit from when you book through us. So VIP welcome amenities, welcome drinks, and homemade pastry. And if there is availability, upgrade to the next category of bedroom, which is a real strong added value onto this property. Is there any question regarding the Hotel Rivage Taormina?
Just one clarification, if I can.
Yes,
the Demeure restaurants, the terrace restaurant, the beach restaurant is open as well from June to September.
There you
Then
go.
we move inside in the Demeure garden, winter garden, which is inside the hotel. Just to be.
Thank you for clarifying. And Fabrizio, can you tell us a bit like Corsica, what is the best time to travel to Sicily?
Yeah, I would say as per Corsica, I would say from now until the end of June, beginning of July, and then September, the 1st of September, once everybody comes back walking, and September, October, and even November, the first days of November, if we can, sometimes, depending on the weather, we keep a couple of stations available, or beach station with umbrella and sunbeds as well in October and beginning of November, if the weather is fine, of course, and is absolutely amazing. I would prefer October, May and October.
Well, that's an interesting insight you're giving here. October, good to know.
And Roxana would like to know, is it a seasonal property or are you open year-round?
All year round. We only close 3 weeks during January, between January and beginning of February, and then all year round.
Wonderful. And you're located on the sea, not in the Alto Tormino?
No. We are out. We are in the beach of Taormina, seaside, just in front, 3 meters, 5 meters to the beach.
Incredible.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fabrizio.
You're very welcome. And thank you, everybody, for listening me. Sorry if I am in this position, but I am on my move on. It's a very busy day, but it's okay. I'm here.
You're very clear. Thank you for that. All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll move on to the Castello di San Marco. I will hand over the presentation to Valerio and Daniele. If they are with us.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Valerio. Daniele is not with us today, unfortunately. I'm Valerio Murabito. Thank you, first of all, for listening to me after so many beautiful speeches. You're still there. And so I wanted to thank you very much indeed for taking attention. Castello di San Marco, it's a property that was built in 1689 by a Sicilian prince. And my family has been running for more than 55 years. And we are at the second generation. I am second generation of hoteliers. And we are between Mount Etna and Taormina. We are only 10 minutes drive from Taormina city center. But we are exactly on a spot of a green lush coast, which is literally the property 100 meters from the beach. In fact, we have also a private beach. And Castello, it's surrounded by 5 hectares of Mediterranean gardens. And all of our 28 suites, which most of them are taken from historical buildings, which are transformed today in suites. They are all in the Mediterranean garden with their own private terrace. Some of them has also private pools inside or outdoor as well. And we are the best service, I would say, apart from the fact that we love to do what we do. We are passionate very much to do hospitality because we live inside the property, my family, and we don't like to call people who come to us clients, because I always say to my staff that clients goes to shops, and we are a castle on the sea. So we have only guests in Castello.
Correct.
And I was going to say that we believe that people who come to Italy, and maybe this is the same with France, I believe, they have high expectation about food. And we do everything possible to not betray this expectation. We want you to go back home thinking that Italy is one of the best countries for food in the world. And that's why we put a lot of effort. We refurbished completely our brand new restaurant called the Giardino di Pietra, where we represent our territory. We have an organic vegetable garden, so you can have a really authentic experience, a Sicilian experience through our dishes, through also the products that we have in our bars, in our restaurants, inside the property. You will never find a brand, international brand. Even if you take a beer in our bar, you will always buy a local one. something that you have to come to Sicily to try it or to buy it. So we like to give you, try to give you like an experience at 360, or to be, to have an holiday more than be in Sicily, to be Sicilian. And we hope that we manage to do that, but considering the reviews, it seems like we are doing quite well.
I love that, Valerio. I love to be Sicilian. I think that's perfect. I think that really resonates with our travel advisors and our clients for sure.
The property is very romantic. There is a lot of privacy. In fact, we are surrounded by green, and from our beach, you won't see building, but you will see only trees. We have a tennis court. If you are a sporty person, we have tracks around where you can go running routes. And we have also a very nice spa, which is most of the time very intimate, because we never let go in more than 4 people per time. So it's quite exclusive all the time, mostly. And if you have any question, I will be very happy to answer you.
Any questions? If you can put them on the chat, please. This is Vivian Chambers, by the way. Hello, Roxana. Hi, Joyce. Hi to all of you. Sorry that I joined a bit late. I was on another call, putting out a fire. I know Joyce, as always, she's smiling, as always. So thank you very much, Valerio. But please feel free to put your questions on the chat, so that way Valerio can answer them while we go to our next presenter. Julianne, would you like to introduce our next presenter, please?
Yes, so we are moving on to the Barone di Villagrande, still in Sicily, and I will hand over the presentation to Alfonso.
Perfect. Welcome, Alfonso.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hope you can hear me well. Thanks for your patience, of course. And well, I'm honored to be part of this webinar, and this presentation will just be a moment for sharing with you what we do at Villagrande. Villagrande is, first of all, a winery. So this is where we began, or at least the Nicolosi family began, because the winery is still run by the same family since the beginning of the 1700s. Marco is the 10th generation of the winery and the winemaker at the same time. I'm the director. I'm proud of being the director of this beautiful property. In Villagrande, what we want for our guests is to live the life of a winery. Because we're wine-centric, let's say. The core is what we produce. And everything we do spins around the wine. First of all, as you can see from this small picture, that I hope it gives a little bit of justice to the beauty of it, we have a swimming pool serving the 4 rooms in total that we have. These 4 rooms are obtained in the family house. It was turned into these 2, and we have other 2 rooms coming immersed in the vineyard, because there's a house that was part of the property that we are working and renewing. But together with the rooms and a private garden dedicated to the rooms only, we also offer to our guests several tasting experiences. The core, as I was mentioning, is the wine. So what we tried within those years, we started welcoming guests more than 25 years ago. We can say we started as we were the first on Mount Etna, and what we try to build today is a wine-centric experience where all the dishes that we serve are created to match a specific wine, with seasonal menus that we change every season, almost every couple of months, using only fresh ingredients. We started this, I believe it was almost 8 years ago now, with a Michelin star chef, that's Curcio Craparo, that helped us, let's say, in rebuilding the culinary identity. Today we have our chef, that's Alfio Pesce, and with him we change every day the menus that we can provide to our guests visiting us. We provide tasting menus, but for the guests staying with us, there's the exclusive access to a mini menu a la carte, so they can choose some different dishes. And we both have inside and outside areas where we serve. One peculiar thing about Villa Grande is that it's set on a very strategic place for a few reasons. Where the distance is almost 40 minutes from Catania, and same from Taormina. We're up on the mountain, on Mount Etna, almost 700 meters above the sea level. We have an advantage. We're facing the sea like it is right around the corner, because it takes literally 15 minutes to get to the beach. But also we don't have the heat that can affect Sicily in certain moments of the year. So Villa Grande is always ventilated by a gentle breeze that refreshes the senses, let's say, of the ones that find wants to find some shelter from the heat, drinking some of our wines. And in particular, in this picture, there's one of my favorite pairings. That's a little amuse bush. It's a tartare, beef tartare with a biscuit, and paired with our rosé. It's something that in summer it's absolutely delightful. I will say we focus our kitchen not only on the products of the territory, but also with a specific focus on vegetarian and vegan dishes that sometimes can be challenging to be paired with wines, but this is something we try to build up throughout the years.
Great. Thank you so much, Alfonso, for this introduction.
Thank you.
Loved it. So definitely a place for wine lovers, and being on the Mount Etna, oh my gosh.
Stunning views, stunning views.
What a treat.
Yeah, really. I'm packing my bags, by the way, Alfonso, just so that you know.
You're more than welcome.
I will be knocking on your door.
Open arms. You have my contact, so feel free.
Thank you, Alfonso.
Great. So the next destination we are going to in Sicily is actually in the city of Catania, and I will introduce you to Renato for introducing the Palazzo Marletta for us.
Right. Thank you very much, Romain. Thank you, everybody. I'm Renato Di Prima. I'm the front office manager of Palazzo Marletta. And I'm very proud and honored to be here, having the chance to introduce our hotel to you, to the Muse team. So I don't just want to introduce only our hotel. First of all, I would like to introduce a little bit the history of the place, because the owner, Mr. Baudo, this is his dream, a dream come true. Mr. Baudo is 80 years old. He bought this place when he was 25. Think about the rest of his life living all together with family here in the building. After that, after a few years, they decided to move the city center to live in a quiet area next to Mount Etna. So the property remained closed for more than 40 years till they decide to reopen the house, convert a protected house, a vinculated building, to hotel. It was hard, but now we are here, and for us it's a pleasure to welcome people from all the world, to let them discover the beauty of the interiors and the stunning view of Piazza Duomo that they love it. What can I say? Imagine our guests waking up in the morning, open their eyes, seeing the original ceiling, the 18th century details, from the maiolica floor, the stuccos on the walls, the original high ceilings, open the balcony doors, and they are face to face with the magnificent Cathedral of St. Agatha, the Elephant Square, the Piazza Duomo. But the magic happens when they close the door of the balcony. Silence. There is a very quiet atmosphere, pampered by our staff. To ensure maybe the best comfort of our guests, we have selected also the best iconic Italian brand for luxury amenities, Acqua di Parma, and we are proud of it. And what about the staff? It is very young, but with a big experience. And we love our area. We love our region. We love to be like a guide, sometimes like a travel agent for our guests, because we love to recommend the best restaurant, the best activities to do, the experiences. For example, an incredible excursion up on Mount Etna with an helicopter, or an horse riding by the sea in Taormina. So we like to introduce our region, not only the hotel. And so the essence of our hotel is boutique. Only 7 rooms. Every room is different. The deluxe rooms have the original 18th century details, as I said you before. And they are overlooking the Duomo Square with their balcony. The other 3 superior rooms, they have the inner view on the typical bar courtyard. They are very quiet and good sizing, about 18 from 24 meters square to 29 meters square. And then we have only one standard classic room. So 7 rooms, there is a quiet atmosphere. And what else? We can talk about our services, where people love our breakfast. I wrote there the breakfast experience. Why? Because we have, of course, American, English breakfast, a lot of things to choose. But sometimes for people who would like to stay only one night in Catania, they don't have time to do like food tour. Here they can do it with us, sit on a table, because our breakfast menu have also the Sicilian delicatessen, from the cipollina, arancini, I don't know, for savories, or the sweet hand-filled cannoli, the cassatelle. So it's kind of brunch, and people love it. And they can do also sit in the balcony overlooking the Duomo Square. The other maybe curated service we do is the private wine tasting. I'm a sommelier also. Our team, they are wine lovers, so we love to introduce our Mount Etna region. So I have also the wines of Alfonso, the Barone di Villagrande, beautiful wines. And about pairing, he loves the tartar with the rosé. I always recommend the local Sicilian cheese, for example, a Piacentino Ennese with the saffron that grows on the Mount Etna, pair with the Etna Bianco Superiore, rich in acidity. So this is to talk about the wine. And what about Catania? Catania is the perfect base for me to discover the eastern coast of Sicily, because we are near the airport, about 15 minutes driving. But we are well connected to Taormina. It's only 1 hour driving about, and Syracuse in the southern area, about 45-minute driving. And so it's the perfect base. People would like to discover the eastern coast of Sicily, staying in the same hotel, to do not change hotels every night. So imagine one night, 1 day in Taormina, 1 day in Syracuse, 1 day discovering the Mount Etna. So it's a very good base. Or maybe sometimes people arrive in Catania or leave from Catania Airport and stay 1 night. Catania Airport now is well connected with USA, because from the 2025 we had the direct flight with the New York JFK Airport from April to October, the hike season, the best time to visit Sicily. There is a direct flight every day, arrive here in the morning, 9-10 hours flying. So we have our shuttle service, so people love the connection. So we have now a lot of Americans arrive here with a direct flight that is good. And what else now? This is the hotel. We are a small 7 rooms boutique hotel, and for us the experience is at the center of the guest experience. So we try to give the best for them. So we'll be glad to host your guests, and we'll do the best. For example, I wrote here about the Muse benefits. We love the Sicilian delicatesse, so they will find in the room a selection. Can be a sun-dried wild Etna oregano or a Modica chocolate, almond pastries, or others, because we love to buy fresh things during the week. Then I'm a sommelier, but we are wine lover and olive oil lover, so they will have a private Sicilian olive oil tasting, and maybe they can choose to add the wine tasting with food pairing, so in a private atmosphere. So it's not only a wine tasting, but it's like an education for them. And then of course the complimentary early check-in and check-out and room upgrade. This will be nice for us to do it for your guests if they are available. Right. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you.
Quick question.
Renato.
Wait,
Thank you.
sorry. I have a very quick question. How many nights would you recommend for us to stay coming from the US? Would you recommend 2, 3 nights? I think 1 night is just not enough, but what are your recommendations?
Of course, at least 1 week in the Eastern Coast. Then they can choose to stay 1 week with us, or maybe do 2 nights in Catania, then move to Taormina, to the Castello San Marco, to discover the Taormina and the other part of Sicily, the other part of that area, or maybe do 2 nights in Palazzo Marletta and then make like a nature retreats in Barone di Villagrande. So, I always say 7 days here in the Eastern Coast and 7 days in the other coast. This is for my personal recommendation, right?
No, I appreciate that. And I think one month in Sicily would do really well for me. But no, thank you. I think 2 nights minimum for sure. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much.
And Renato, Roxana is planning to run the Catania Marathon in December. So be sure to connect with her so she can come and visit.
Of course, with pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have sports people on the call. Love it. All right. Thank you, Renato. We can really feel the passion, introducing your properties. Thank you for that. Let's move on to the last destination, which is Calabria. So probably one of the most confidential out of the 3 destinations that we've been featured. And it's exactly, its strengths. It's probably a little bit less, I would say, it gets a little bit less level of exposure compared to Sicily and Corsica, and you really have to discover this area. So we are not in an island per se, but on the coast of continental Italy. I just wanted to introduce you to this lovely Teritoria property called the Dattilo Relais and Restaurant. It's an absolute extraordinary expression of the, I would say, quieter southern Italian luxury. It's set within a 17th century baronial courtyard, so in a garden surrounded by vineyards, olive grove. It's got only 8 rooms. As I said, Teritoria property, we are at about a human scaled level. And so less than 20 rooms in average. This one's got 8 of them. The atmosphere is quite warm, very intimate, and the big strength of this property is, of course, the gastronomy, as in most of our Teritoria property. So you have 1 Michelin star restaurant, and the cuisine is led by the chef Caterina Ceraudo, who's the chef and the owner. And it's a sense of discovery of authenticity in the cuisine, discovering the Calabria, gastronomy. So I wouldn't say this is not a flashy destination. It's more about a connoisseur destination. You got a swimming pool that is nestled in a lush greenery garden, as I said, surrounded by olive trees. It's absolutely stunning. Very small property. You have to book in advance, especially if you want to book between June and September, because, as I said, only 8 rooms, so it goes fast. They are not on the GDS, so best to contact us if you want to find the right availability into this beautiful property, especially for the restaurant. External guests also are accepted at the restaurant, so book in advance if you want a place at this beautiful table of Dattilo Relais and Ristorante. There you are. So we arrive at the end of our journey. We will share, of course, this presentation. You can find all the information, useful information about the properties that we've been showcasing today onto the slides. Once again, get in touch through Viviane and her team. You can get in touch with me also. Most of our properties are on the GDS, but not all of them. So, please reach out if you want any additional information. And once again, we are here to help you. If you want to design a personalized itinerary, given, the travel intention or wish of your clients, whether it's in France or Italy, myself and the team, we are really happy to make recommendation of which property to go to, and then we'll put you in touch directly so that you can book, whether it's on the GDS or directly by email. I hope we are still got time because I just wanted to showcase you what is our next webinar about. So it's going to take place on May the 7th, and we will be talking about wellness and slow luxury. Once again, going through France and Italy, but we'll be discovering the best spa property that we have in the collection in the region of France called Occitania, so close to Carcassonne, in between Bordeaux and Marseille, to make it simple, and also in the Piedmont area of Italy. So we hope you will be with us on May the 7th. And, if you have additional questions right now, really happy to take them.
Thank you so much, Romain. And this has been a great presentation. I'm sorry I joined a bit late, but I was on a call as always. Fascinating properties, fascinating destinations. Also bear in mind, you can reach out, of course, as Romain mentioned, to anyone at the Muse Cameo Collection team. We tend to reply very quickly. I think an itinerary around Sicily and all the regions that we cover in the Teritoria Collection would be ideal. For sure. We also have destination management companies that work with us specifically in Italy and France that specialize in those regions. So please reach out. I can't thank all of you enough. Your properties are true gems, and that's what we really like to see, something completely different, not a cookie cutter with just a brand name. So I love that very, very much. And I can't thank you enough for your supporting, coming on the webinar and sharing your passion with us. As Romain said, any questions, kindly, you can unmute yourselves or put them on the chat. You will receive the recording. And please let us know, and hope to see you on May 7th for sure, with Romain again and other properties that we will feature. So thank you to everyone. Any questions, please unmute yourselves. Everybody's shy except for Romain and I.
As always.
As always. But okay, so we're going to leave you with that today. And again, thank you. Have an amazing weekend. This is the longest week. I don't know why we're still in Thursday. I was thinking it was Friday. Big disappointment. But we have one more day and a half.
Almost there.
It's not bad. We will get there. Thank you to all of you, and see you again very, very soon. Thank you. Bye, Celine. I didn't say hello before. I didn't see you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Julianne.
Thank you.